Hi, I'm Cassidy, and today on Cozy Peach Kitchen, I'm showing you how to make two different kinds of cashew cheeses. One of these is a spicy, creamy, pourable cashew cheese that is great on nachos, and the other is a spreadable herby cream cheese that is sliceable and great on bagels or served with crackers. Both of these recipes are made with cashews, so I start by covering cashews with hot water and letting those rest for at least an hour. This makes them super smooth and creamy, and it makes it so that your blender has to work less hard to puree those cashews. Now, I usually use a food processor or a high-powered blender. If you have a low-powered blender that doesn't blend very well, you'll want to cover those cashews for longer. You can cover them in water for up to 24 hours, and that will make a super velvety, easy to puree cashew. Full recipes and instructions are on my blog, so I'll link those below, and it also has a lot more tips and tricks about how you can customize these recipes to fit what you want your cashew cheeses to be like. So if you want a less spicy cashew cheese, definitely check that out. I have tips, and if you have different herbs than what I'm using in these recipes, I have tips on how to swap those out as well. So let's get started making these cashew cheeses. Let's start with the spicy cashew queso. Add 1 cup of raw unsalted cashews. Make sure to drain the soaking water off of them before adding it to the blender. Add 2 small chopped chipotle peppers or 1 large chipotle pepper. Add 2 tablespoons of adobo sauce. This comes from that can of chipotle peppers. Add 1 teaspoon of yellow miso. You can also use white miso. Add 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. Add 1/4 teaspoon onion powder and 1/4 teaspoon garlic powder. Add 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. This is to help thicken the queso. Add in the juice from 1 large lemon, that's about 3 tablespoons, and 1/2 cup of water. Put the lid on the blender and blend until super smooth and creamy. This will take anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes. It depends how strong your blender is. And as you can see, it is silky smooth. You can always add a little extra liquid if you need to make it thinner. Next up, we're making the herb cream cheese. We start by blooming the herbs, so heat 1 tablespoon of olive oil in a medium sauce pot over medium-high heat. Once it's hot, go ahead and add in those fresh herbs. That's 1 tablespoon of fresh rosemary, thyme, oregano, sage. You can change these herbs if you prefer, and you can also use dry herbs here. Add in a couple cloves of minced garlic as well. You can tell they're ready in just about 30 seconds because it's going to smell amazing. Take them off the stove and set aside for now. I'm using a food processor for this recipe, so add 2 cups of soaked cashews. Make sure to drain off that water again. Add in a 1/2 teaspoon of yellow miso. Add in 1/4 cup of sliced chives. Add 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. Add 1/2 teaspoon of coarse salt. And add in those bloomed herbs and garlic. Get as much of the oil as you can. Add some freshly ground black pepper to taste. I like to use this attachment to scrape down the sides. If you don't have one, you can just use a spatula. Put the lid on and process until those cashews are smooth and creamy. It'll be a pretty thick mixture, but you should be able to break everything down. Scrape down the sides if you need to, and then taste for salt and pepper. You can add extra herbs if you want to. You want it to be smooth and spreadable. And that's how you make your 2 different kinds of cashew cheeses. Like I said, these are great on nachos or served with crackers. They're great to serve to guests. Someone who may be new to vegan cheeses might like these a little better because they have that nutty flavor. They are delicious and so easy to make. I'd love to hear which one you want to make first. I know that I love the queso the best, but definitely let me know down below which one you're going to be making. I love to hear. If you like this recipe, please leave a like. That's how I know if you want to see more videos like this. Definitely leave a comment and hit subscribe. I share new vegetarian and vegan recipes every Wednesday on my channel. Thanks so much for watching.